to another episode of Between Us Girlies. I'm Bailey.
I'm Casey.
I'm Bran.
I'm Lindsay.
And hey! It is the season 2 finale. Yes. Cheers, claps, snaps. And today we are having a comfy, cozy episode. We're all in our PJs and Ugg boots.
Yep.
So if you're listening and watching along, put some pajamas on. I don't know. Or just, you're probably in pajamas
throw
now.
up the YouTube for this one. You guys said you wanted a cozy episode, so we're delivering.
And we did see a comment when someone's like, you guys should put your feet on the coffee table as a footrest. That was funny. But I don't want to disrespect our coffee table like that. But let's get into it. So we went drinking this weekend, y'all. And some of us got a little too drunk. And you know that wasn't me because alcohol does not affect my system. So, eeny, meeny, miny, Brandon.
Yes, it was me again who overindulged. Listen, you know what? I was in a great mood. We record this podcast on Friday. I'm drinking on the podcast. I had a good day of work. My videos are taking off. Bank account's getting fat. Like, I'm having a splendid day. I have an evening plan with my 3 best friends. We're going to a holiday party. We get dinner at Figo. Everything is going my way. I have the ravioli, fried ravioli for the appetizer. I have a delicious bowl of butter noodles. I was in a great mood, so I wanted to celebrate. Did I take it a little too far? Potentially. But yeah, so we go to Lindsay's brother's holiday party. Had a smashing good time. I had like my 5th and 6th drink of the night there. It was only like 9 p.m. But you know, I was doing good. And then things kind of got fuzzy from there. We went to U-Bar. Maybe you can help me fill in the gaps.
Is that where you last recall?
Things got spotty for me at U-Bar. I remember walking in and immediately buying us all shots.
You did.
I don't know who I thought I was that night. I spent $400.
At U-Bar?
Quite literally.
Or in the
Between
night?
U-Bar, Winston, and Barstool, I spent $400. Yeah.
I forgot about
Honestly, maybe even more.
Me and Casey did head out of U-Bar around like what, midnight? It was pretty
think so.
Yeah, like midnight.
Yeah.
So we were just getting texts throughout the night up until like what, 4 or 5 a.m. from you guys. So we missed out on about 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, lucky you. Typically, I am too incoherent to be able to remember, but for some reason, God said you will remember this. So I ended up staying at my brother's Christmas party for a little bit longer, and I ended up meeting you guys at U-Bar. Now, there's a little fun fact here. Brandon decided to recruit one of my brother's friends. Her name is Emily. And Emily, God bless her. I hope you're listening, girly, but she is absolutely insane. So she wasn't helping Brandon make any good choices. I walked into U-Bar with my cousin, and Brandon immediately looked at us, and he said, I'm buying you guys drinks. He buys us drinks, and I watched him make out with not 1, not 2, but 3 different guys within the span of 10 minutes. One of them to which he made out with and then bullied after. He deserved it. There's a little bit of a history, but like it was interesting. Then I looked around. I said, well, tonight is going to get gay. And Bailey and Casey have left me. And Emily's here. So we're going to have to go to a straight bar. I rounded up the troops. I said, let's go to a straight bar. And for some reason, we landed on Barstool. Brandon goes, I'm getting us a table. And gets us a table and then proceeds to make out with one of the guys he was making out with all night. And then at the end of the night, we go to the Winston. And Brandon's having the time of his life. Again, buys us multiple rounds of shots.
Girl.
There are 2 of his suitors at the Winston. And they both say, we're leaving. Brandon looks at me almost with tears in his eyes and says, who am I going to go home with? And I said, Brandon, you can go home alone. And he was not accepting that answer.
Listen, I'm not typically like this, I don't think. But I've just been in a very, like, I get drunk and I want to make out with anybody in my direction. And I don't know, I just was feeling a little bit horny. And I wanted to bring home a gentleman. I
You
live
wanted a
alone.
companion.
I'm grown. I wanted to have a little slumber party.
Period.
No worries with that. But I did look at Brandon and I said, Bran, it's okay to go home alone. He was not taking that for an answer. It was like God placed this man in front of us because we were walking out of the exit when a man approaches all of us and Brandon looks at him. And I don't know if you remember this, but you looked at this man and you said, do you want to come in my Uber? And he obliged. He said, absolutely, I do.
Hey.
We didn't know this man from Adam, but and he was a big boy. And when I say big boy, I mean probably like 300 pounds, 6'4". Like this was he was a linebacker.
Picture
real
my
cute,
build.
smelled great, just clean, nice. But
So creamy.
he was big. And Brandon had us all climb into an Uber. Instead of putting this gentleman in the front seat, he put him in the back with 3 girls. So we were all...
I had to be on the aux cord.
Right.
No,
right,
you
right. So we all go back to Brandon's house, and this is where things... I'll let you take it.
Yeah. Well, after everyone left, I guess I need a tetanus shot because I apparently brought home a rabid dog from the bar. My neck gets mauled. Luckily, most of which has healed, but I am wearing a brace today to cover up those injuries. My neck is getting destroyed. Blood vessels are getting broken everywhere they're going. And at about 6 a.m, I would say, this man is snoring really loud. And I'm kind of like getting ready for round 2. So I'm like, let me just wake him up. I go downstairs, see what's going on. And all of a sudden, I get jolted by a stream of liquid. Not the stream of liquid I was expecting. Piss. All over my face. I start screaming. What the fuck are you doing? Stop, stop, stop. This man is blackout, drunk, sleep, pissing everywhere. Gets up. I'm like, okay, the worst is over. Nope. He starts peeing all over my mirror. Picks up my mirror. I don't know what he was going to do with that. At that point, I'm like, oh, great. He's going to kill me. Like, I'm just amazed with what is going on. And yeah, I had to strip my bed, wash my carpet, vacuum, do a full detox. So I learned my lesson. You don't always have to bring someone home from the bar. Sometimes it is okay to go home alone. But I guess what really, really gets me was before all of this was happening, I was very drunk. And mid-hookup, I told this man I loved him. The crazy thing was 2 things. 1, I remember really feeling like I meant it. Like, I had just met him an hour before, but I was just like, I love you. And 2, he didn't say it back.
Go.
And that really hurt me.
You said it with the full intention of thinking he was going to say it back.
I was really like, he's going to say I love you too. Silence. I was like, oh, right. I put my heart out there for so many
just
things.
met that man an hour beforehand.
It's okay. You know what? I really try to be gracious to others, but I lost.
Listen.
And that hangover on Saturday. Yeah.
You guys were in bad shape.
You know, we were walking to Bagels & Co. and like this is now a reoccurring theme, but the 2 of us were playing who's going to vomit first. At one point, Brandon says to me with so much like dismay, like he was so upset to tell me, he goes, I can't hang out with you after this. I said, praise Jesus, because I don't want to see anyone for the next 3 to 5 business days.
Wow.
I was like, girl, I got to go right back into that bed.
It was bedtime.
And I was sitting there just concentrating on not puking. I was like just really focused.
You could even lay in bed because it was bare and pissed.
Yep, covered in piss. I was laying on a mattress pad. It was just nuts.
Did he ever like address it? Did he like say sorry?
In the morning, I told him what happened. He was so embarrassed. He was like, I need to go right now. He was like, I'm so embarrassed. And I was like, okay, bye. Like, whatever. But yeah, it's not the first time that's happened to me, unfortunately. So the first time that happened was in college. And I've heard a lot of stories of people drunk pissing themselves in college. But this man was grown. He was 33. I don't know how to pick him. What can I say?
Oh, you're consistent.
Yeah, consistently bad.
Oh, babes.
Anywho.
Well,
how was the rest of everyone else's weekend? Now that I've been put on fucking blast.
sorry, babes. This is great. It's great content.
Yeah.
Case, what did you get into?
Nothing really. We did Friday. We went to the holiday party, and then you and I left, and I was like so excited to get home because I was so tired. I hate going out on Fridays. Like I love it.
You've been saying that.
Yeah.
I think it's because I go into the office 4 days a week. So like Friday, I work from home. I get all my stuff done, and I just want to chill. I just want to eat an edible. But I powered through and I went. I always have fun. It's just like when it gets to be 12 o'clock, I'm like, ooh, the Uber is on its way. And then Saturday, my boyfriend and I went to like South Philly and we went and saw like the Christmas lights, like Miracle on 13th Street and saw Christmas lights, and then went to dinner and ended up going to Barcelona Wine Bar in South Philly, which was really nice. It's such a cool place. But it was fun. It was a very like low key weekend after Friday, which was nice.
Yeah, Sunday we had a little Christmas dinner at Jake and Casey's. Jake made a fabulous meal. We were just talking about it in the car on our way here. So that was great. Got fed.
Yep.
Wined and
great
dined.
weekend.
Yeah.
Really, truthfully did. I mean, I wish I remembered more of it, but overall, I'm having fun.
We can make more memories this weekend.
Exactly.
Okay.
I don't think I can ever drink again.
Why not?
It hurts. Anyways.
Is this your New Year's resolution?
No, that's not realistic for me.
Anyone planning on doing dry January? Let me know now. So
January.
I can cut you off. Just kidding. Just kidding.
You know better. January is our birth month, so we can't do that.
We get that a lot though. Like I had a birthday party it wasn't a party. It was a birthday pregame last year, but a lot of people were like, "Oh, I want to come, but I'm doing dry January."
Oh, that's right. I forgot. But you can still show up.
Yeah.
But since we are wrapping up this school year, let's get into some unwraps for Between Us Girlies. I almost said bug, but y'all get it. So let's do some rapid fires. Did you guys have fun this year?
No.
Oh, right. What was your favorite episode? Do you have a favorite episode of Between Us Girlies?
Probably the I called him like 23 times one where we all shared our, stories. I thought that was really funny. I really enjoyed it. But I loved all the episodes we put out this year. I think we're great creators.
Yeah. Right. I was recently watching the clip of when I said moose knuckle. Yeah, moose knuckle.
Moose tracks.
Yeah, moose track, moose knuckles. And I just rewatched that clip for like over and over and over again. I'm like, wow, this is such a great episode. Or just that one clip, honestly, of me.
Honestly, viewers at home, let us know what your favorite episode was so that we can try to like make it again next year.
Just recreate it. Put the chat GBT and tell us what to make different. Right.
I can't even think of any other episodes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what we've talked about.
Yeah, it's all
Everything.
runs together.
Our wedding episode was great.
Oh, yeah.
Our girlies guide, like survival guide to your 20s was great. We've been really putting it out.
No, we've been eating.
Our friendship breakup one was great. I watch.
Drinkers.
I just have no concept of time. Like I'm like
most of the episodes were this year because we started in November of last year. So I feel like the first like 5 or 6 were last year, and everything else has been like this year. Oh, our Miami recap.
I was actually watching our Miami recap recently too. I don't know. I was like on our just watching our YouTube videos, but yeah, that was so. I was rewatching because I forgot what happened.
Yep.
But it was so funny just rewatching, and I'm like, wow, we had such a good time. So
I rewatched the Aspen recap one recently too, and that was good too. We've been delivering.
No, yeah.
I like can't rewatch our episodes. I also listen to all of the podcasts on like 1.5 speed.
Oh, you do?
I like can't listen to myself talk. I just rush through my parts, try to make sure there's nothing I can't say, and then approve it. Like I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't listen to the podcast. I feel like it's like.
Wow, she's quitting.
It's weird. I don't know.
I get it.
Or when I do listen to it, I listen to it from like a third party. Like I don't see myself in the podcast. Like I'll listen to it and I'll be like, oh, this is a really like I'll like hear it. But if I think about myself in it, then I hate everything I say.
Right.
There's so many times I'll cut something out and then I'll like delete it. I'll be like, I can't cut everything I say out. And then I like try to cut some stuff out. So I just need to not listen to my parts.
Yeah. I look at it from a third party, but I think we're just funny. So like I will like rewind the funny parts. I'm like, wow, that's such a good joke.
Sometimes I do that too.
Yeah.
I'll just crack up at it. Like, I think for next year we should have another Miami recap. So I guess we have to go.
I am so on board with that.
We have to go back down south.
Always looking for an excuse to go to Miami. I will go any day, any week. I love it there.
Honestly, we should. However, I will be cautious of the weight of my bag.
Yes.
I am traveling in January though, and I am so nervous about what to do. I'm like, I want to check a bag for like a Thursday through Sunday trip, but I know I shouldn't. So
You probably should, given that you carried a 51 suitcase to Miami for a 3-day trip.
oh wow.
You should probably check a bag.
Oh wow. Okay.
Got your ass.
No, he just roasted me. So this is thanks for listening to another episode of Between Us Girlies. Wow. Okay. Well, bitches. All right. So we went over the highs and lows. A lot of lows, some highs. Right. So let's do some rapid fire. I don't fucking know. 2024 is coming to an end. This episode is coming out like at the end of December, obviously.
Yeah.
So what did everyone think for their year? Best movie, best song, best meal,
Ooh.
best hookup.
Best movie. We saw a lot of movies this year.
A lot of good ones. A
Yeah.
lot of bad ones.
Blink
But a lot
Twice
of
was
good ones.
great. Smile 2 was great. It Ends With Us was great. Trapped was horrible.
Wait, we didn't talk about this. So last weekend we watched the movie Afraid, where like the AI is like it's
AI.
bolded. It was quite literally, and I know I've said this before on the podcast, but this movie was so top ass that I would give it the number one spot of worst movies I've seen. Long Legs takes the cake. It's number 2 spot for the worst movie I've seen, followed by Trap. But it was just dreadful. I wouldn't recommend that anybody watch it.
I'd rewatch Long Legs. I wouldn't. Why wouldn't rewatch Afraid?
You did rewatch, or you would rewatch?
I would.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay.
Afraid is just top ass.
No, it's really, really
Yeah.
They
bad.
just did so wrong with it.
There is no redeeming qualities really
Yeah.
at all.
And I don't know what the thing is with AI movies. I started another one with Megan Fox last
Oh,
night.
is it good?
I heard about that.
I fell asleep. Full you. I have to watch it in parts 1 and 2. But I fell asleep during it. I think it's good. She's just like so sexy to the point where like it almost gives the lead actor is a guy from 365 Days, and like if you know the lore behind that film, like it is softcore porn. So between her sex appeal and him, like I just felt myself.
Hot.
Yeah. So I couldn't really be in the mind
Do they
space.
fuck?
See, like I didn't get that far, but that's all I was hoping for. The second I clicked play, I was like, yes, like do it. So I'm a pervert. So yeah,
All right. Well, I will
no
be
feedback
watching.
yet.
Well, the best show of 2024 was Beauty in Black.
Yeah. You know what? You're absolutely right.
Yeah, no
You're
contest.
absolutely right.
No contest.
No, that's so true. Or like House of the Dragon. I can't remember. Was that ending good? House of the Dragon season 2.
Yeah. I get confused because I always think about Game of Thrones. When I think of that series, I have to watch the last episode again.
Yeah,
to
I might
make
have to
sure I'm-
rewatch it. But that was a good. that was a good
I enjoyed
series TV show.
I got into Traders this year. I don't know
Oh,
if any of
yeah.
them were
Yes.
in 2024. Was
I
it?
think
Yeah,
so.
so it was
Yep.
one season, but I rewatched the first season, second season, and then 2 of the UK seasons. And I thought that was like a really good show. It was
Yeah.
just like fun. My boyfriend does not like reality TV, but he was so into it.
It's a good
like that
show.
shows how good of a show it is. Like you can really be into it.
Yeah.
Incredible. Best meal.
Mine is I don't care. It's a Little Caesars Crazy Puffs. I will die on this hill and like yes, it's Little Caesars, but it's some damn good food.
I ate
like,
good
sue
this
me.
year. I think ocean steak. That's still one of my favorites. That tuna.
Oh,
that steak,
yeah.
that mac and cheese. That was excellent.
I think kind of 2. So number 1, I know this was a point of contention in the past, but the Mia Ragazza pasta that I had was
Shit.
just so sensationally delicious. Like I think about going back to that restaurant often. And then I'll also say specifically, and I've been to Elmira a lot, but the Kefi party Kefi party that we went to, the food was just sensational. Like it really gave me a full taste of the menu
That
and
is
not
true.
one miss.
Yeah.
Not
That was
one.
great.
I take mine back. Well, I don't. Or like a second one, I'd say like the lemon sole Francois I got from Ocean Steak. So good. I think about it till this day.
Yeah.
I went to a 3 Michelin star restaurant this year, so I feel like I have to say that was the best meal because it literally was 1, the most expensive, and 2, one of the best meals I'll ever have in my life. But I also really liked Soraya when I went the last time. Like it was just that meal has stuck with me. It was so fucking good. Their food is insane. So I feel like they've been the best food I've eaten in like the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Like every year they just keep being the top of my list.
I have a fun thing. Let's rate the Fishtown ice creams because, as you guys know, Fishtown opens up ice cream shops. We have Milk John, we have 1900, we have Jenny's, we have Van Leeuwen. Like, there's just so many. Okay. Who took your top spot for an ice cream cone?
1-900 easily.
Scoop, soft serve, or pint?
Soft serve.
Okay.
But I did have the scoops once, and they were really good too.
I'm like only Jenny's.
Yeah.
I went to Van Leeuwen's, absolutely hated it. There was like frozen like ice in my ice cream, which really I did not fuck with. But apparently it's because they have like more egg. I don't know. They have more something in their ingredients that would make them freeze differently. So I heard that that's like a common thing. And then I went to 1900 and I got the soft serve and it was good, but it was like $19 for like it was way too expensive for the size we got. And I don't know. Well, it was good, but it was not my favorite. I think Jenny's has like the best ice cream flavors ever.
Yeah. I don't really eat ice cream like that, but I'd say I haven't been to Van Leeuwen. Actually, no.
go.
I
haven't been to Milk John.
I really be eating.
Milk John is so good.
They have creamy ice cream. Like
That's
it's like
what I prefer.
I like that. Actually.
I think that's like my issue with Jenny's. I feel like it's not creamy enough for me.
Really?
See, I
feel
like
it's-
hard, so that would be why I feel like Like I like the hard scoop.
I feel like Jenny's is mad creamy. I just feel like the flavors are an acquired taste. So if you don't like that, it's kind of a hard eat. But I enjoy that part of Jenny's. I think that Milk John is like sensationally creamy, and they have a mix of Jenny's flavors and regular.
Yes.
And 1900 is just always going to be hard scoop, the best ice cream I've ever had. Like it is just, I don't know what they're doing in that kitchen, but they're doing it. So
Doing it right.
yeah.
Speaking of doing it right, who do you think had the what? Well, I don't say who do you think. What were your best songs or favorite songs of 2024?
Body in motion. Just kidding.
It's not this
That
again.
is 2021, girl.
I know.
2019.
Please play it at my funeral. Like if I go
Body in
anytime soon,
motion,
play
love
that.
me so damn.
Let me look at
Yep.
my Wrapped.
love that for you.
Don't start. These weren't on my rap, but I'd say either Brokey or Big Mama by Lotto, or I Could Do It With a Broken Heart by Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
I just feel like that was just like such a developmental song for me during this year.
that's true.
Developmental.
I think Bedchem, I know it's overplayed. Like it's like not overplayed. It's a very popular
song.
song, but every time I listen to it, it hits. Like it is just everything about it. I think it hits all the parts of like a good song to me. Like I can
Yeah.
dance to it. I can drive to it. I think that's like my favorite song.
Yeah, I think that album was great. And Brat, duh.
Yeah.
Yes, with Billie Eilish. That might be my song of the year, I fear.
Wow, yeah, no, it's a good one.
Great one.
I loved Greedy by Tate McRae. Like I still
Ooh,
listen to
yeah.
that, and when I hear it, I'm like, it's a throwback now. But like I loved that song.
Yeah.
Between, and this is like not pitting them against each other. This is genuinely just a question. Between like Sabrina, I guess that's a dumb question because I was going to say between like Sabrina, Tate McRae, and Taylor, like who had like the biggest like girly pop year. And I do feel like Taylor Swift's Era Tour kind of like surpasses. So I don't even know if she's in the same category.
Yeah,
What if we did like Sabrina, Tate McRae, and
Charlie?
XCX?
And Chapel Roan.
Oh, I feel like they're all
Chappell
so
Roan,
different.
too.
Oh, I know
They are.
They're and Olivia Rodrigo. There's so many. I feel like
True.
low key for the summer though, for someone who had. I mean, I feel like it's Charlie XCX. Like she had a coined Brat summer for a simple color as lime green. Like that's lime green. Like it's just like I feel like she had like everyone was saying Brat summer I don't know. But like Aerosol,
Yeah.
I feel like that's just like on a level of her own.
Yeah, I feel like she's not even in the same category.
Yeah.
I feel like Brat was like just being an absolute degenerate, like just getting wasted and being stupid. And then I feel like Sabrina was like sexual and like womanly, like. And then I feel like Tate was just pop star throwback Britney, Christina. And then I feel like Taylor was like, let's all cry and sob and remember and laugh. And like I think, yes, they're all the queens of this year, but like they each hold a special place. in
Yeah,
my
I feel like
heart.
they're dominating such different avenues within their own. It's like beautiful to see, and they're all like supporting each other.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah, I said it last year, but I think the Barbie movie changed the trajectory of history. I think ever since then, it has been all about female power. And I think I love that. I love that it's like female rappers and female
Yes,
musicians
I
and
agree.
female everything, like female sports, female. We almost had a fucking female president. Like I truly will. There will be a time 30 years from now where I'm like the Barbie movie was when the trajectory of the world changed.
Shout out Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
She did her big one.
Was
Yeah.
Poor Things this year, or was it last? No, it was last year because it was last award season. Because I would say Poor Things was like the sexually advanced version of Barbie.
I need to watch that
Yeah, I
still.
want to see that.
It's y'all wouldn't like it. I already
Yeah.
know. I didn't like it.
What is she imitating?
No, because I don't even. But I would like to. I don't know why I'm grabbing a mic like this. But the Golden Globe Awards nominations just came out, so I feel like they have a better sense of what was good this year and what was not. So the Golden Globes, if you don't know, because I think everything's so confusing, it's just movies, TV, and pretty much actors and actresses. So the ones that were on here a lot were The Substance, Wicked, which is they're really fast with that. Like Wicked just came out. I saw Gladiator 2 on there a lot too. I've heard that was a really good movie. I don't know. Like I said, Substance, Wicked, Challengers with Zendaya. I didn't see that one yet. Did you
I
guys?
didn't see
I
it
didn't
yet
see that.
either.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime.
It's
but
good.
Yeah, is it?
It's really good.
Okay. That means movie of the year.
You have to be in the mood to watch it, and like you have to be in the mood to pay attention.
It's like a 2.5 hour movie, right?
It's a long one. But
That's my
it's
thing.
good.
All these movies are just so long anymore. I'm like, I can't commit to that. Like it's too much.
Yeah. But I did see something. It was Selena Gomez because that's what popped on my For You page because she's on here a lot for Only Murders in the Building. She's always at the award show every year for that. And another movie she was in. She's
Amelia Perez.
Yes.
Yeah, I was seeing that too.
But good for her. She's nominated for so many categories. I'm like, it's amazing to see. And it was like a video of her because Ariana was nominated right after her for Wicked, and she was like, "Oh, Ari." And one of the comments I saw on TikTok was like, "It's so like cool to see them both as child actors on Nick and Disney, and then both going into acting and like being nominated for Golden Globes." Nice thing to see.
I love that.
Selena's also like a director, right? She produces
she?
things.
Really?
Right? Yeah, I feel like
She did 13 Reasons Why, didn't
yeah.
she?
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And I think the only murders in the building, she's on some type of
Yeah, I think she has like a producer credit
producer
or something.
status.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good to know. I might start watching that. Switching gears, I just found some new tidbit of information that is very important. Chipotle will be raising their prices by 2% in 2025.
I did see this. And I just don't think, I just don't think that's needed right now.
Yeah.
I think the world's going through a lot. I think they could have reduced their prices by 2%.
The bowls are
If
getting
they're
smaller.
increasing their prices, are they increasing their like food content? Like how much you're getting? Because like if you cannot tell me that the bowls are the same as they were back when Chipotle first came around. So if they're increasing the prices, that math doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. I think they also said it's for like certain products. Like I think it's avocado, cheese. It's like very niche little ingredients that they use.
So things everybody gets, guac and cheese.
Yeah. So all that's going up to 2%. And it might be you damn rage baiters buying and deep frying these fucking bowls. So now we can't buy them.
That is
what
why.
if it's election preparation? I don't want to talk too much about that, but there are certain jobs that Americans do not do. And there are certain jobs that Americans who don't want certain people here do. And that could contribute to the increase in price of your Chipotle bowl.
Oh, wow.
So maybe they're just doing preventative type percent raises because things might get a little bad.
Without
Very.
getting too far into that, that is, I mean, with his like tax tariff plan, like we're not going to get into the stupidity of that plan because it makes no fucking sense. But a lot of companies are like are bracing for that because when you raise tariffs, the company then has to put that cost on the consumer. So like a lot of places are raising their prices in order to prepare for that. So thank you all of you who voted for fucking Trump. I will be Venmo requesting all of you.
For my 2% Chipotle.
Oh, dead ass. We're fucked.
No, like we really are. Sometimes I sit back, again, you guys, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. So sometimes I just sit back and laugh at the stupidity. Like my TikTok is still giving me people talking about, especially the tariffs. Like it's people just justifying it, the racism. It's just so blatant. I just laugh because
All you can do.
yikes. Anyways.
Well, since we're on FYPs, it's on y'all's.
FYPs. You know what? TikTok, if it didn't pay my bills, I would say throw it away. Let it get banned if that happens because it has just been pissing me off this week. Let's start with Drew Afawalo, who is just she's such a great creator. She really is. She's funny. She speaks up for people. Then we've got this ginger bitch who has to come online and basically say, we need a lesbian Drew Afawalo. That's why we lost the election, because no one in the liberal community knows how to fucking not play Oppression Olympics 24/7. We don't need a lesbian Drew Afawalo. Like, it was just, I just couldn't understand that video. I really couldn't. And the fact that it reached such extremes that Drew had to take a social media break, like, there is so many other bigger problems. And as someone in the LGBTQ community, like, we do not have to like compete of marginalized like status. And like at the end of the day, just like I'm white, she was white too. Like, just shut up. Like, oh, it made me so mad. Good. If anyone else wants to discuss that.
I don't even know what to say about it. Like I don't really have, not that I don't have much to say, but I don't know how to put any of it into words because like at some point it's all just a mess. Like
it really is.
I feel like it's a series of two things. Number one, people just not allowing, I'll say POC, to have a space. Like it is just always an issue when somebody of a certain background or ethnicity, like they just can't let them enjoy their lives and do their thing. Yeah. And then the other is originality poaching, like just going into a situation saying, hey, this was a really great idea. I'm going to steal it and maybe I'll get something out of it. Like content creation isn't for everybody. Don't do it. If you genuinely cannot think of your own ideas, like how you said, we literally don't need another Drew, especially as a different type of person. Like her kind of being this like POC, badass, very girl boss. My sister's a lesbian. Like there are so many elements to her that make sense. And like, we don't need to fix or change any of that. And like, just think of your own ideas. Like, I can't. I hate these girls.
Yeah. I think Drew also gets so much hate. People criticize her. Like almost every video she has, like it's someone coming at her for no reason. It's because they don't like I feel like people don't like seeing a POC and a woman that's so strong in her beliefs, and people love that she's so strong in her beliefs. It's just like, it really sucks. So seeing that, I'm like, what? I'm like, again? Like, what does someone have to say?
Yeah.
She's probably exhausted.
Yeah, she just got engaged. Like,
no wonder she's taking a social break.
The next dumbass thing that's going on is Sophia Richie's quote unquote dance, which like the girl just had rhythm. And like, I ain't even gonna gas her like that. She moved her shoulders. She moved her shoulders to a popular TikTok song. And everyone's freaking out, doing the Sophia Richie dance, doing the Sophia. Back to this point that we've hammered home a million times. Not everything needs to be a trend. Not everything needs to be a moment. Not everything needs to be something. And are y'all surprised that the girl can dance? She is Lionel Richie's daughter. Do you guys forget that because she's quote unquote white passing? No, she can dance. Like,
Yes.
of course she's going to deliver.
yeah.
It's just like, what are the conversations that we're having at this point? Like the brain rot of it all.
I actually watched that, and no hate, I love her. I watched that video multiple times to see if I was missing something.
Me too.
Because I was like, it's the first thing she does is move her shoulders. I'm like, what the fuck is everyone talking about? Like,
She moves her shoulders and lip syncs and gestures to the lyrics. Like, I think like it's not that hard.
there's no choreo involved. There's no Charlie D'Amelio.
Me too.
Love
I had
her
to look at her own page. I was like, no, it's still that Jake Shane video. Okay, like
Yeah.
what? Just insane.
Yeah, it's like a cute video, but this is what I like. It's all just because she does that video, then somebody makes a TikTok about it, and then everyone comments on that video, which pushes it, and then people see that video is getting pushed, so then they make a comment, and it's this like cycle where things become trends that never needed to be, but it's because like everyone voices their opinion. So like if one girl made a TikTok where she was like, I'm gonna turn Sophia Richie's dance into a trend, but no one commented on it, she could have
Right.
just existed in her own little 200 view world where she did her Sophia Richie dance and lived her best life. But because everyone then comments like on TikTok, then it becomes this big thing, and then it just goes on forever.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
Do you have anything you want to say, Linz?
I just you know how I feel about black people. Like I can't.
Wait, what?
I just like the internet being shocked that Sophia Richie's black. Like you guys need to do your research. Her dad, like Brandon said, is quite literally an iconic musical powerhouse who is black. Like yeah, the girl can move. You were taught the two-step like in the womb. Like
Yeah.
what did you guys think? I can't.
No, it's blasphemous.
I can't. Anyways, moving on. How are we all feeling about the United Healthcare
And Louise.
scandal?
Y'all just can't take shit seriously.
Damn
Like, y'all can't take shit seriously because why am I already seeing thirst traps of this of Luigi on my fucking free? Like, I was just watching a TikTok before I got here. It was like a Photoshop picture of him in front of something. It was like, this is my boy Luigi. Like, he was helping me out with the flat tire on the date between this. I'm like, what? I'm like, y'all. But then I was like on the conspiracy side. I don't know what the hell I was doing today. People are saying that like what they found him with in your roots, Lindsay.
I know,
In
Altoona.
Altoona. Is that the McDonald's you were talking about?
I don't know if it was that McDonald's. Altoona, they have a lot of fast food up in there. But I thought it was very interesting that he was found in the Altoona McDonald's. Like that's Altoona's a weird place. It doesn't really have any hubs besides Sheetz and like UPMC,
Oh,
right?
okay.
What's that?
UPMC, yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Like
that?
Altoona is not like a huge hospital chain. Like Altoona is not a hub for anything.
Yeah.
So I'm just confused. I think that there's definitely moving parts. And I'm pissed that he has an edit before us. Like, whoever made that.
Come on, y'all.
I already saw his nudes leaked. Like,
Yeah.
that's
What?
Like
crazy.
BuzzFeed was already on it. Like
I do love everyone making fun of Ryan Murphy though, being like Ryan Murphy already getting his like show casted like
Yeah.
with Luigi's gay or like bisexual storyline. Like the way that is so true.
well, I saw that because I saw it was James Franco. They're saying that he's
Dave
Dave
Oh,
Franco.
Dave Franco. Forgot about him too. His cute ass.
Yeah.
They're saying he should play him in the Ryan Murphy thing. I'm like, y'all are going too far, but I mean, he does look like him. But you're right. It's kind of like shifty, like moving parts, like what they found him with, and people are saying that like he didn't do it. Like this kid, I don't know.
They're
It's
saying
like
you got framed.
yeah, and I'm like, how are y'all so quick with this?
I'm going to say one thing. It might be controversial, but I think that glorifying weird things like, I don't know, murder is really bad. And like the pharma industry is bad. Like I get why he, stood up for America, but I I think it's going to get so much worse. Again, not to bring it back to the election, but like this is, don't want to manifest a civil war, but like we're shooting. Like people are shooting because we're sick and tired of it. And it's like, I expect things like this. I expect for people to be assassinated, and I expect for people to, you know, put their lives on the line to take one for the team, aka America. Because like, what do they have to lose at this point?
We're sick and tired of being sick and tired.
And I'm not agreeing with that, with acts of violence.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's okay. But, like, what do you expect? It gets to a point where it's like your actions' consequences are now severe. Like, it started small and now it's not.
Yeah.
So good luck to all the
I do
politicians.
feel bad because I like saw that like a lot of people who knew him like said he kind of lost his mind in the past few months. So like I do feel like it's probably like, well, one for the United Healthcare CEO's family to see all of this, and then like his family, like I'm sure they don't appreciate like how much of a joke this is becoming because like someone did die and like someone is going through probably something to do that. So that is really sad.
Yeah.
It's
But,
definitely not funny.
It's also crazy. Like, I don't know how much if you guys have, but I know a bunch of people who like knew him or like were have a
'cause he went to
connection. Like,
Penn.
Weirdly enough, a lot of people get found in Pennsylvania. Like, he got found in Pennsylvania. I don't know if you remember a few months ago that like one guy, Daniel something, that was on a run and he was wearing like an Eagle sweatshirt, got found in Pennsylvania. The guy who did the Idaho murders was found in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I
like,
forgot there's another one.
there's
like, found
something
up in
about
Erie.
the suburbs of PA that people are found at. But one of my friends literally went to a frat party with him her sophomore year of college.
Wow.
And she like, we were texting about it. She was like, he was like the most normal person ever. Like she was a very quick interaction. They were just like a frat date party. She just got set up with him. But she was like, he was so super normal. And then I just saw on the news his picture and I thought he looked really familiar. And then my group chat was freaking out and they were like, holy shit, we all went to a party with him. So it's just crazy when it happens in an area so close to us, because I feel like people have like weird connections.
Yeah. When I like heard that, it was like Penn, University of Pennsylvania. I'm like, wait a minute, like Penn? I think that's insane.
Pennsylvania is kind of scary.
It is.
Like when you really think about PA, like it's eerie, no pun intended.
No, it is.
But like it's really eerie.
Yeah.
Like there are some weird places to run and hide and be and.
I forgot, there was like something, I forgot what it was, but it was a guy on the run and he actually was found in Erie. I was like Buffalo Road, the McDonald's or something like that, because Erie is so close to like the borders of New York and Ohio. We're only 30 minutes away from each border, so that you can get across 3 states so easily. So a lot of people go up to Erie for that reason, which is horrible. But yeah.
The only, on a lighter note, something that was funny on my FYP that just like, I'm going to start saying this too. Hallie Batchelder made a video because she just had her podcast out and people are ripping her to shreds about her hair extensions. And she just made a video that was like, you know what? Like, I just think bad hair extensions are like part of my lore. And that is kind of the motto that I'm going to start doing. Like, you can't insult me anymore because I will take your insult and I'll just say it's part of my lore. Like, I make out with ugly guys. That's part of my lore.
Yeah.
Like, I get too drunk on the weekend. It's just part of my lore. And I think she really set me up for that, because now I'm just like, anything that I'm insecure about, I'm just like, no, it's just part of my lore.
Good.
like that.
I'm going to start using that.
I think if I could come back to Earth as another person, I would want to come back as a 2000s like pop icon with terrible extensions, like always black eyeliner smudged underneath of my eyes, like that. I love bad extensions. I think
Me
they're
too.
such a moment.
Yeah.
I think they're so iconic. Like I wish I could have them. I love when you can see the like tracks when they put their hair up
Yeah.
in a messy bun. Like I think it's just because we were raised in the like we were growing up in the 2000s, so like that was so iconic to me.
I
love
also
it.
loved roots. Like
Yes.
really
Like
like,
dark
bleach
roots.
blonde and dark roots. I used to like take my Brat styles and color Sharpie on their roots because I wanted to achieve the look so
Yes.
bad. Like I loved that.
Maybe I'll bring that
Totally
back for
agree.
2025.
Yeah.
Roots.
I called
Just
them
like the
skunk
dirty
roots.
aesthetic.
Like I
It's
loved
dirty.
Yeah, like little skunk roots. I'm into it.
It like almost came back with the Brat summer, but then like Sabrina came in and like then it kind of was like girlified again. Like I feel like we really need like a just dirty, disgusting era for 2025.
Yeah, it was like the year of a blowout. And don't get me wrong, y'all are looking good. But like shit. Let's bring back Grease.
Let's get some.
Literally.
Let's bring it back. Not
Yeah.
everyone can look like that. Shit.
Stock up on that dry shampoo, y'all.
What are you guys leaving in 2024 and bringing into 2025? And they don't have to be the same thing, but like, are you leaving anything in 2024 and never looking back?
Like
My road
dignity.
rage.
Well, I guess mine could be like my yearly immunity necklace. And that would be something I learned this year that I have no tolerance for is people that don't know how to communicate their feelings. Like, I'm sorry, if you need to get wasted and then tell me that you're mad at me for something I did 3 weeks ago, that will not be flying in the new year. Like, that's pathetic. You're at your big age, grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a good one.
yeah. So that is like my year in review, my yearly immunity necklace. Like, I'm not dealing with that anymore. Like, if you have an issue, say it. Otherwise, I don't care. Truthfully, if you don't care enough to bring it to my attention, I don't care enough to care about your feelings.
Yeah.
That's what my therapist always, when I was seeing her, she was saying, because I have so much like social anxiety, and she was like, if your friends were mad at you and they chose not to tell you, then that's their like they're either not mad at you enough to say something, or that's their own thing. So if people, she was like, you need to remember that when you're in social situations, because I always leave and think people are mad at me, and she was like, if they tell you, then that's confirmation, then they're mad at you. And if not, then let it go. You don't know, if not the other. So it's like, it's up to the person to communicate their feelings. If they're angry or upset enough, they'll say it.
Yeah. So with that, going into 2025, I will be communicating a lot more because I'm tired. I just feel like I do keep my mouth shut because I don't want to hurt folks' feelings, but I also can make it a way where I can learn how to get my words out in a respectful manner. And I will be doing that. I'm going to start cussing people out. Like, I just can't. Because I just feel like my anger, like, it's built up. And not even anger, it's just like my thoughts and my emotions. And I feel like I'm just ready to explode. So I'm going to let people have it. In a very polite, respectful way. If they deserve it and if it's warranted. Like, I'm not just going to snap on y'all.
Yeah.
Might.
I think in 2025, I want to bring in, like, in 2024, I got very comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because I think that this is something my sister always says to me, like, if you're asking for change is not comfortable. So if you're asking for something to get better, that's changing, which means it will be uncomfortable. Like, you can't get something better without shedding something old and shedding this uncomfortable feeling. And I had a great year, but I felt uncomfortable in a lot of moments. And I think I got better at that. So in 2025, I want to bring that into it. Like, being okay with being uncomfortable or feeling emotions where you're like, I don't really know how this feels or what it is, but I know that it's there. Like, we're in a very weird age. So it's okay to be uncomfortable and like not really always like perfect. Like, it's okay to be a little out of sorts.
That's something I had to learn this year too. Like, there's a difference between comfort and safety. Just because you're uncomfortable doesn't mean you're unsafe. It just means you're uncomfortable. Like, that's a different thing. Like, my anxiety would always trick me into being like, oh, you're not safe because I'm feeling uncomfortable. It's like, no, you just feel a little uncomfortable right now, but you are safe. 100p. How about you, Linz?
I don't know. I'm just thinking. Like, I like what everyone said about, picking your battles, as you said, Bailey, but you're not going to cuss everybody out. But if they deserve it, you're cussing everybody out. Like, that's important. I don't know. I feel like maybe next year will be like a clean slate for me. So I'm not even really like speaking anything into existence. I'm kind of just hoping for the best. As Brandon mentioned, like, I'm safe and like that's what matters. I am uncomfortable in literally every place in my life. So I hope that this year is just my year of discomfort, and next year will be I'll be able to take a deep breath and just relax. I hope. Everyone pray. I don't care who you pray to. Yeah. I don't care if you manifest. I don't care if you write it on a board. Like, just even for the listeners, just be like, oh, Lindsay, manifesting great vibes for her. So I hope for the best. But
I feel like the biggest lesson in manifesting is Trisha Paytas. Because y'all know I love Trisha more than anything. And she has been manifesting this version of her life for so fucking long, to the point where she was manifesting it during phases of her life where everyone on earth was like, that is not possible for you. Like, when she was going through her darkest times, when she was on the kitchen floor, which has now become iconic, but as a fan of her during that time, it was not very iconic because everyone could tell she was going through it. Even in those moments, she was like, all I want is a family. All I want is to be happy. All I want is to live my dream. And that is exactly what she's doing. She was just on fucking SNL. Yeah. Like, she has a family. She has 2 beautiful kids. She has a husband who loves her. So like, it took her some years to manifest that, but it's proof. And all over my For You page, people are like, this is literally what it means to manifest your future.
No, like, I said to Brandon recently, I was like, this is so sappy, but I was like, do you think there's a man out there that prays for me the way I pray for him?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know like where he is or like what he's doing, but like, I need you to love me and pay my bills. And like, I hope that you are praying to like, I hope I find a goofy ass girl to just be stupid and take care of me, who will love me no matter what. And I want to pay her bills. Like, it's just like,
There is someone out there.
Where are you?
or like a job that like is wondering where, you know, a millennial girly is who just wants to like work and work hard. And like, you always wonder what people are manifesting about you, you know?
True.
It's interesting to think about. It's like a hopeful little optimistic thing I've been trying to do. So
Good.
yeah.
There is someone out there.
Yeah, definitely.
DM us on Instagram so we can set it up.
Seriously, DM me too. I'm looking.
Me too. I've been like, I go to the gym all the time. I've been going to the same gym for the past 5 years. And you know, I'm just ready to meet a man there. But it's not working out in my favor. So I just don't know what I need to do, if I need to speak up.
I just told Bailey this last weekend, but a girl from Jake's gym hit on him when he was out. She came up to him and she was like, hi, like I see you at the gym all the time. And she tried hitting on him. Obviously he has a girlfriend, so it didn't work out. But I was asking him, I was like, if we weren't together, like, would you have thought that was like, what would you have thought of that? And he was like, I mean, it's like, anytime a girl talks to a guy first is going to be a positive to the guy. So if you ever run into any of these men out, you need to just approach them. And he was like, oh, I live in Fishtown with my girlfriend, and she walked away and her life went on. So even if they happen to have girlfriends, which I don't think any of your gym crushes do, but if they do,
No, they don't.
then you just go to the next one.
Yeah, you're right. All right, well, if y'all listening, line it up. But that's crazy. Wait, that's weird. Between Us Girlies, just like one of my TikTok videos. We're all sitting here. But anyways.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it might be lagged. But I did want to give an unsolicited rec, which is what I was going into. If you need a fun little holiday movie for the girlies sitting here, it's called Surviving Christmas. It was in 2004. It's Ben Affleck. I just had it up. It's like Ben Affleck, Christina Applegate, Catherine O'Hara, and James Gandolfini, who's in The Sopranos. It's such a good movie. I've never seen it before. It's an old classic too. So Surviving Christmas.
I like that. I love a Christmas movie.
You guys
I
will
know.
like.
I've been trying to watch a Christmas movie every night, so I'll add that to my list.
I recently watched Home Alone.
I watched
good.
I watched that for the first time last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good one.
I started the second one. I'm like, damn. They leave this little boy every year.
No, they don't care about
Like,
Kevin.
damn.
I could do like a thesis on like them, the lore behind leaving Kevin. Like
No,
what?
yeah. Pass this to Kevin. Kevin's not here. You didn't realize on the second Kevin's not here that 7-year-old boy wasn't in an airport with you? What?
Then the mother's all, woe is me. Sis,
Yeah.
you disciplined him for something he didn't do.
They treat him
Put
wrong.
him in an attic. Wait, speaking of an attic, just real quick. Do you guys know about that lady who was arrested a few years ago for abusing her kids? She was a full mom talk lady.
Yes.
Not like Mormon.
Ruby Frankie?
Yes. I just found out about her. I hate her. She's the worst person I've ever seen. How are you going to lock your kids in a dungeon? I'll save it for another time, but like that lady is... Yikes.
That's proof social media is not real.
Yeah.
Because they had a whole ass family YouTube channel.
Insane.
And these kids were being abused and mistreated for years horribly. So
Yeah, I don't know about this. I'm gonna have to do my research.
Imagine like getting
unenjoyable.
punished.
Yeah,
No,
it's not a good
horrible.
read.
When I was a kid and I got like quote grounded, I'd be like, give me your phone for a week, or you're not getting allowance, or you're getting your car privileges taken. These kids, you're sleeping in the backyard. We're taking your bed. You won't eat dinner tonight. Like what is that?
What's that teaching them?
Abuse,
What the fuck
trauma.
is that even teaching
the
your
world
kids?
is a crazy fucking place
Yeah.
with scary people.
Well, guys, maybe we should end on a light note.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
We're
My bad.
finishing like our season 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Well, we had so much fun with you guys this year.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a little break, but we'll be back like the second week of the new year. And please DM us, comment. What did you love about this year? What did you hate? And we will be coming back hopefully bigger and better in 2025.
Want to see more skin? Let me know.
More theme episodes.
I love themed. I love that.
Yeah, we want to hear it.
Ooh, we should do an ABC, like anything but clothes episode.
I never got to go to one of those colleges.
Neither
and
did
party.
I.
One of those parties in college.
One of those colleges.
I would do that.
I think we should. I'll wear like, I don't know,
Get the
post-it
duct tape
notes.
ready.
Yeah.
I went to those in high school.
Well,
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
we hope everyone has a very happy holiday and a happy new year. Get your New Year smooches on, and